Today is Thursday, August 27th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today out of the Big Book, we are on We Agnostics. We'll be reading page 46. Out of the 12 and 12, we're on Step 6. We'll read page 68. And of course, we'll read NA's Just for Today and Al-Anon's Courage to Change. So that, hope y'all are doing well this beautiful Friday Eve. Life is good over here. We've been given a brand new set of 24 hours to work the program. A dear friend of mine celebrated 4 years of sobriety yesterday, and I asked him, I said, how did you do it, man? How did you do it? And this guy, he has helped me so much, and he truly is one of the best men I know. And he said, I work a program of recovery. I pray a lot. And I've got a lot of smart, good people around me to help me, and I do service work. And I love that. So congratulations, my dear friend, on 4 years of sobriety and clean time. You make it look good. And speaking of good, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. All right, my friends. So if you recall from yesterday's reading, we've had a really interesting thought process back and forth here of, the people having prejudice about religion and the idea of God, and the conviction of is it real? Is it not? It says right here, we looked askance at many individuals who claim to be godly. How could a supreme being have anything to do with it all? And who could comprehend a supreme being anyhow? Yet in other moments, we found ourselves thinking, when enchanted by a starlit night, who then made all this? So we're going to build on that idea on page 46. Yes, we of agnostic temperament have had these thoughts and experiences. Let us make haste to reassure you. We found that as soon as we were able to lay aside prejudice and express even a willingness to believe in a power greater than ourselves, we commenced to get results, even though it was impossible for any of us to fully define or comprehend that power, which is God. Much to our relief, we discovered that we did not need to consider another's conception of God. Our own conception, however inadequate, was sufficient to make the approach and to effect a contact with Him. As soon as we admitted the possible existence of a creative intelligence, a spirit of the universe underlying the totality of things, we began to be possessed of a new sense of power and direction, provided we took other simple steps. We found that God does not make too hard terms with those who seek Him. To us, the realm of the Spirit is broad, roomy, all-inclusive, never exclusive for forbidding to those who earnestly seek. It is open, we believe, to all men. Out of the 12 and 12 we're on step 6. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. Page 68. Some people, of course, may conclude that they are indeed ready to have all such defects taken from them. But even these people, if they construct a list of still milder defects, still obliged to admit that they prefer to hang on to some of them. Therefore, it seems plain that few of us can quickly or easily become ready to aim at spiritual and moral perfection. We want to settle only for as much perfection as will get us by in life, according, of course, to our various and sundry ideas of what will get us by. So the difference between the boys and the men is the difference between striving for a self-determined objective and for the perfect objective, which is of God. Many will ask, how can we accept the entire implication of step 6? Why, that is perfection. This sounds like a hard question, but practically speaking, it isn't. Only step 1, where we have made the 100% admission that we were powerless over alcohol, can be practiced with absolute perfection. The remaining 11 steps state perfect ideals. They are goals toward which we look, the measuring sticks by which we estimate our progress. Seen in this light, step 6 is still difficult but not at all impossible. The only urgent thing is that we make a beginning and keep trying. If we would gain any real advantage in the use of this step on problems other than alcohol, we shall need to make a brand new venture into open-mindedness. We shall need to raise our eyes toward perfection and be ready to walk in that direction. It will seldom matter how haltingly we walk. The only question will be, are we ready? And A's just for today, August 27th. Choosing life. Change from self-destructive patterns of life became necessary. Basic text, page 15. Active addiction is a smoldering death wish. Each of us courted death every time we used. Our lifestyles too put us at risk. The life of an addict is sold cheaply with every day and every dose. In recovery, the first pattern we change is the pattern of using. Staying clean is the start of our journey into life. But our self-destructive behavior usually went far deeper than just our using. Even in recovery, we still may treat ourselves as if we are worthless. When we treat ourselves badly, we feel badly. And when we feel badly, we seek relief. Maybe even our old solution, drugs. Choosing recovery means choosing life. We decide each day that we want to live and be free. Each time we avoid self-destructive behavior, we choose recovery. Just for today, I will choose life by choosing recovery. I will take care of myself. Al-Anon's Courage to Change, August 27th. At my first Al-Anon meeting, I was disappointed when I was given the 12 steps instead of a do's and don'ts list for changing the alcoholic. Nevertheless, I was desperate enough to give the steps a try anyway. At my second Al-Anon meeting, I thought that I had the first 3 steps down pretty well. I knew I was powerless. I believed in God, and I was willing to dump my problems onto anyone who would take them. As I continued to attend meetings, I began to see that I wasn't really admitting my powerlessness, or I wouldn't keep trying to control everyone and everything around me. Okay, so I skipped the part about letting go and letting God. Today, I am so glad to have a patient God, so that when I finally say, not my will, but your will, God steps in and sorts things out in ways that I could never have imagined. The first 3 steps aren't as easy as I once thought, but in Al-Anon, I've learned to aim for progress, not perfection. Today's reminder: when I was dealing with alcoholism without the help of Al-Anon, I developed coping skills. These are no longer enough. Al-Anon is teaching me a new and better set of skills. I will try to be patient with myself. I'm doing fine. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. Quote from Seneca. All right, my friends, that concludes today's reading. And man, do I love every reading today. Golly. I could say so much about each one, but you don't want to hear that. But I will say, on page 68 of the 12 and 12, step 6, when I saw step 6, after I'd done step 5 and feeling so great, like I've said a million times, and I finally felt free, I'm like, holy cow. These steps are working. I've gotten rid of some things that I never thought I could get rid of, right? And then I look at step 6. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. And the words that scared me were entirely and all. That was terrifying because I thought that did mean perfection. And I thought, well, how the heck do I do that? So I am so thankful that it mentions here on page 68, right here, only step 1, where we made the 100% admission that we were powerless over alcohol, can be practiced with absolute perfection. So what about the remaining 11? They state perfect ideals. They are goals toward which we look, and the measuring sticks by which we estimate our progress. Seen in this light, step 6 is still difficult, but not at all impossible. The only urgent thing is that we make a beginning and keep trying. I love that. And it says a little further down, to make a brand new venture into open-mindedness. For example, I never thought that I'd be able to get over this self-loathing that would always be part of me, and I'd have to wrestle with it for the rest of my life. I even closed my mind off to it. I was like, there's no way. I mean, I've had it ever since I was a kid. This isn't going anywhere. But guess what? Progress. By keeping an open mind, I thought, well, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, if God can get rid of my drinking, maybe he can help with that too. And fast forward 8 years later, going on one day at a time, I don't go through the self-loathing near as much as I used to. All because I've tried to have an open mind, and I've tried to work the program to the best of my ability, warts and all, and my higher power is slowly chiseling away these defects. Now, can I pick it back up? Oh, 100%. But the great thing is I catch it faster, and I'm able to give it right back to my higher power. And usually, the thing that works more than anything is just like Bill talked about, service work. When I get outside of myself, that self-loathing goes away. But I love that it says right here, the only urgent thing is that we make a beginning and keep trying. I don't need to have paralysis by analysis. When I'm working the steps, just keep going. Just keep working. Even if I don't fully understand or think that certain things can happen, just keep going. Or even if I'm afraid, just keep going. There's no time for paralysis by analysis. This is a life and death situation, with alcoholism. And I'm so thankful that spells it out, because for a long time I did think, oh man, I didn't do step 6 entirely right. It's a perfect ideal that I can keep striving toward. And who knows, maybe by the time I get the pearly gates, I'll have it figured out. With that, my friends, I hope you all have a good one today. Please know, as always, I don't speak on behalf of AA, NA, Al-Anon, any other sect or denomination. I am just a joyful drunk in this lifeboat of recovery. Honored to be here another day. And as that NA reading said, honored to choose recovery today and freedom. And with that, my friends, if we're given another set of 24 hours, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.